Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Hi, good, thanks.
So Encanto is such a beautiful movie as it is. I watched this not thinking I was going to start crying and then instantly did when all the kids started singing. But it is such like a beautiful thing to see because you get to see the audience of kids kind of really having a fun time with it and interacting with the music while it is still very true to the movie that we've all kind of come to know and love throughout the last year. And so for each of you, I just wanted to know briefly, like, what was it like getting to kind of do this in a live space? Because it's very different when it's an animated movie. We don't have a lot of the elements that this concert now gets to have. That's how you wanted to start.
Me? Oh my goodness. I think it has been spectacular what they've been able to create in live, when you watch the animation, because you fall in love with all these characters and their story and who they are, but they also have magical powers. And so when you think about how is that going to translate into an actual stage where real people are there, they were able to do it. And to be on stage and watch them perform, like even when we were doing just a rehearsal, I was like, I can't picture it. And as soon as we stepped onto that stage at the Hollywood Bowl, an iconic place where so many greats have sung in that, you literally can feel the magic on that stage. And then to see what happened, it was incredible how they brought the casita to life, how the each one of the personalities of even of the different singers that are there, like each one of us to be there to not just be the vocals on an animated film, but now being on stage and becoming the characters for the people to see and sing with, it became tangible and it became a great experience. And to be directed by Jamal and Kai and making sure that everything went so effortlessly, when it came to choreography or movement or staging, it was so fun to be on that stage and be led by people who had that vision and brought it to life.
Oh no, Kai, I think
Right,
you're
your
muted.
sound. We can't hear you.
No.
Hello?
There
Hello?
you
There
go. You're back.
Okay, sorry. I just have to give props to the whole team. I mean, it was such a collaborative effort from an interdepartmental work. Like we worked with our props people, we worked with our costuming, with our projection mapping and LED screens. There were times in certain numbers where we had to interact with our stage. And being able to do that cross Atlantic, them in the UK a lot of times, and us here, and planning and all of that. It was such a huge undertaking, but it was such a joy. Like I loved jumping on the Zoom meetings with everyone, and like we all had this common goal, and it was such a beautiful journey to go on. And for me, being under the leadership of Jamal Sims and having his experience and knowledge and brilliance as a creative to learn from, and also I feel like he empowered me to have my voice and to lend my voice to the project, which was a huge deal for me. So it was such a joy and an honor, and I'm so excited for everyone to see it.
Yeah, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I remember, and this is me as a kid, sitting in a movie theater and watching things in it, and then I would look at the exit door and I would think, what would happen if, an Ewok ran down the aisle or whatever, I would think that sometime, I promise you. So now we get to actually put these kids in the audience and have Bruno walk down, have Dolores come down this, it was probably like the biggest joy to watch their faces light up and to be like, oh my gosh, they're right there. And so it's like literally stepping out of the screen into a real life 3D moment. And they get to feel the power of the music and the celebration of the music. That's really what I want to say. And it's right there in front of them, and it's right there in their hands. And I was just so happy to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's an incredible honor to have been able to work on this project. And as Kai said, it's been such a collaboration between everybody, and everybody just wanted to make it the best we possibly could.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it's so fun because obviously like I'm a little nerd. I love RuPaul, so Jamal, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I get to he choreographs for RuPaul. It's so cool. And then it also like seeing you get to be Dolores on stage is just so much fun because it's like we don't get to see that in the animated world. And especially with this movie, it was so weird because with COVID, you kind of there wasn't any like, oh, the cast got to meet each other and hang out. It was just like, nah, it's the first time we're meeting. And so what was that energy like? Because all obviously it was a big thing. Everyone got to finally be together and choreographing these big numbers and all getting to kind of just interact as humans versus, recording your thing and kind of being done with it and being out of the way.
It's like bringing the production that you see in animation to life, and now we get to be the real people. And so when we're hanging out, like just Stephanie Beatriz and Diane and Carolina Gaitan was there, Mauro was there, and we were just hanging out like a real familia, and we had days to bond prior to going on stage. And so once we came on stage, we were like all watching each other's back. La abuela, you know what I mean? Olga Meredith did an incredible job when she was singing. I was like crying. I was trying not to cry because it really felt real. It felt like we were in a family together. And I will never forget the moment in the second night when we were doing our song, and I point out, and Wilmer Valderrama is over there with his just shooting us and just looking like proud. And I'm like, my goodness, look at what has been happening. We are now become this emblem where all families around the world can see this is a familia. It's not perfect, but it is ours. And now the familia has grown because us together, not just as a cast, as these people who lend their voices. We became a family with the dancers, with all of these incredible musicians. When the background vocalists were singing, I was like, man, that sounds like the record. And it was the same guys and the same girl. And I'm like, this is incredible. The attention to detail that Disney did so we can really feel the Familia Madrigal. And now audiences at their homes that weren't able to be there during those nights in which we gave our heart and soul on that stage get to enjoy it on Disney Plus December 28th. That is the magic of Disney, not only bringing magic to an animated, but also bringing it to a stage and now bringing it to your home. So you get all of it.
Yeah, thank you so much for talking with me today. I'm gonna be thinking about those lemurs coming out of the side of that door for a really long time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.